Hi, this is Russ Anderson. Once you've match moved to 360 VR Scene in SynthEyes, there are a number of methods to determine which way is up, i.e. where the horizon should be. Ultimately, this is an artistic decision. This tutorial is one of several that look at different methods for doing that. In this particular tutorial, we'll look at the horizon line directly. So we'll start with our already solved scene that we use for all of these in the series. And here we'll go to the last frame for illustration. Now to begin with, I'm going to set the world size to 5. And that value is used in the perspective view to set the size of the tracker marks and the clipping planes. And that reflects the fact that the trackers are really clustered pretty much in the same location. And you can look at the tracker values down in the lower left-hand corner roughly. So that's just a minor technical change. Now we're going to go over to the 3D panel and select the quad perspective view. We're going to use the whole mode to translate the entire scene down to the origin on this final frame. So I just need to reset our positioning here. Let's also do this, just so you can follow along with what's happening. We're going to select the kind of head-mounted display view inside of the perspective view. That lets us look around in different directions and see the scene on that last frame. And you notice that there's the horizon line up here, and this blue line is the horizon line within the images that we're going to generate. So you want to get those two to line up, and that's what this is about next. So to do that, we're going to be using the rotation angles, again in the whole mode. And if I just start changing them, you'll see that there's a bunch of interaction between them. And that interaction can be minimized by aligning the perspective view with the center of the camera view. So the camera is looking roughly right back at the ultralight here. So we're going to put that in the middle of the view. One other thing that I'll do now, so I'm just going to switch to the field of view tool temporarily, and in the lower left-hand corner you'll see that I'm bringing the field of view out to about 130 degrees. That's just so we can see more at once, and you'll notice that the outer part of the image gets fairly stretched when you do that, but that's the way it goes. So with that roughly lined up, and now I can start making these adjustments, and basically I'm just going to futz around with the values briefly until we get that lined up. And at that point, I can now just spin around and look in the different directions and see how I'm doing. I might adjust that a little bit. So let's go back, just tweak that a little bit more. And you know, it's all kind of a bit arbitrary. Like I said initially, it's an artistic decision. None of the world is really flat here, and there's not a perfectly straight horizon line. You probably want to have the horizon line from SynthEyes a little bit above the actual horizon line, just because we're flying up in the air and the Earth is curving away in the distance. So again, we get our horizon line here, and once we've got something that we're happy with, we can go and run the stabilize from camera path script. And if we go back to the overall camera view, this is to the equirectangular image, you'll see that we've got our stable shot and we've got the horizon line that we chose. And of course, the stability isn't an issue, it's just the alignment process that we've been emphasizing here. no matter what you pick in that earlier stage, you're still going to get a stable result at this point. It's just a question of how that horizon line lines up. So this tutorial has shown you another way of how to do that. Hopefully it also gives you a little more insight into that process, no matter what method you ultimately use. So thanks for watching.